What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to make this video right now. I actually wanted to do a little bit more research before I jumped into this video, but I wanted to show you guys what we're actually seeing here. If you look over, to my, right, if you're looking at it, it's my right, you're going to see that there's a 102,000 share wall at $15. This is typically what we've been seeing today. Every time it gets close to there, you're seeing that wall build up, and which is understandable. I mean, you would see a sell wall as people are really starting to sell the position, but this is more or less, a short wall that you're ending up seeing. Probably a small portion of it is sell wall, but it's actually a short wall that's being created here. So you see this large activity that's actually happening that's holding it back from that $15 mark. Hedge funds know that it shouldn't be this strong of sell volume, that people are not looking to basically off a lot of these shares at this price. They're basically looking to, obviously hold for a long period of time. That's what people for AMC are starting to really look forward to. So I just wanted to point that out before we got into the actual video, before that went away. And, it obviously fell all the way back down, which is what they're trying to do, is push that back down to about $14.50, not really break over that $15 mark, which is something we really want to happen. We want that to end up happening. But let me take off these headphones quick, and then we can get into some of the detail here. So as we look at it right now, it's at 14.81, and I'm going to be doing this before it even closes. So I'm recording this at 2:10. So who knows where it'll actually be when I release this video, but just giving you an understanding of what's actually happening and what I'm seeing and what could be, what could come for the future. Also, future long-term value of this company as well. So let's look at what happened today. In the beginning of the day, we did see an increase in the pre-market. It was kind of flat. Not really that much of an increase. You did have a decrease and then, started to increase towards the end of the pre-market to where it opened up, fell initially, and then jumped up. We've seen it jump up all the way to $14.63 to where it fell down a little bit, came back to about the 200 EMA, and then increased all the way up to about that $15 mark, really resisted at that $15 mark. You can see multiple points to where it actually bounced back, a little bit before $15. You've seen as it did get close, there were thousands and thousands of sell orders that were coming through, which really doesn't line up with a lot of people's plans with AMC. So it doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, there's a lot of manipulation, so we can continue on that. But you can see that we had 101 million shares worth of volume. 101 million shares worth of volume is really, really good compared to the average that we are seeing. That majority of it is probably buy volume and, cover volume in order to, cover your shorts or the hedge fund shorts. But we did see that they're obviously creating new shorts, seeing this stair step on the way down, even though it's something that we are holding. A large majority of people are holding, somewhere around 70 to 90%. You really can't tell exactly what the number is. It's tough to be able to hold a large percentage of the stock. And if we are, it should be increasing quite a bit, but we're not seeing that. So every chance that it gets, it bounces off of certain points, and you're seeing it jump back up to this 1490 mark. And this is why I wanted to say this in the beginning, because I felt like I wouldn't be able to get to this later, because I knew it was going to pull back based on a lot of the shorting activity that's going on. And it did pull back to the 15 moving average, actually dropped below the 15 moving average. And I would imagine it's probably going to drop down some more, because they're looking to decrease this as much as possible as it does get up to some of these prices. It's not just people selling. You do have a small majority of people, or a small percentage of people that are actually selling the position, day trading and swing trading, but you have a lot of people that are continuously holding the position, for their benefit and for a lot of other people's benefits as well. But this is total manipulation that we have seen, and I'll continue to say it. When we look at some of the information that's out here, let's look at the FinTone numbers. They don't have the percentage, but obviously you can do the percentage based on whatever the volume was. I believe it was over 100+ million shares, so it's probably about 30% that you did see for short share percentage. 37.3 million short shares went through yesterday. Compare that to some of the other days. We have had 16.5%, 20.4%. I would imagine today is going to be somewhere around that 30% mark, or 30 million mark anyways. So we see a lot of short shares go through, and they're looking to just continue to short this position as much as they possibly can until they obviously hit bankruptcy, and then all of it gets blown up. But yeah, that's where we stand. We're still at a point to where they're still trying to fight it as much as they can. But we have too much strength. We have too much power, too much buying power, way too many people that are behind it. The shorted shares, they're forced to cover it. So it's creating more buy volume for us. There's just a lot of great things that are happening for AMC. A ton of great things that are happening for AMC. So with the rest of the week, even the rest of the month, we look at this month going into the next month, going into the next month as well. We can see that we have a lot of upside for this. If we're talking about just the squeeze, yes, the squeeze is going to happen, soon. Whenever we see that calm before the storm, I think it's going to be something that ends up being flat to where they're trying to really suppress us, but they cannot do it. It's kind of their last stand type of thing. And then you're going to see that increase and really, really skyrocket. Just know that majority of it, and I've said in the past, majority of it, of the peak is going to happen in the after hours market. So be prepared for that. But you are going to see a lot of slow growth. So we're seeing this slow growth just like we've seen with GME in the beginning. And then eventually you're going to have that day where it pops. I was going to call it the pop day, but I don't know if that's even a thing. So a day where it actually pops and blows up. And, I'm not saying that they would go bankrupt, but they just give up. Maybe they don't want to go bankrupt. I know they don't want to go bankrupt. They just want to win pretty much. So, for the squeeze, it's a given that the squeeze is going to happen, but what's the long-term value of it as well? Some people are like, hey, what if I wanted to hold for the long term? Am I safe where I'm actually holding? If I bought it at $7 or $10, am I safe? Yeah, I do believe that the true value of this company should be hovering between that $10, $15, $20 mark, somewhere in between there, depending on how many people want to swing trade it and day trade it and all that stuff. Because it's not only about just fundamentals, it's also about whether people see it as a viable swing trade or day trade, right? And that's in the future, not now, in the future. So I think the value should definitely be around that, $10 to ultimately $20 mark right now. Even building the fundamentals, you can see a lot of the potential that it does have with all of the upcoming movies that are coming out in 2021. You have Boss Baby, which you can take your family to go see. You have Venom. You have a lot of big blockbuster movies, Marvel movies that are supposed to be coming out over however many months. You just got a lot of stuff that's going to be making these moves. And you have A Quiet Place Part 2 that's coming out, which I really want to see. There's a lot of different movies that you can look forward to being a part of. And it's basically going to bring so much revenue to AMC with people that want to support the business, that it's going to end up being somewhere that's definitely in that $20 mark, if not more than that, because it's a valuable company. When you start seeing the quarterly numbers, it's going to be way more than what you ever expected, especially with no masks, whatever changes they end up making, it's going to be really, really big as long as they continue to adopt this and continue to take this on, with the CEO and, all executive teams. Hopefully they can figure out a way to change the business model a little bit, adjust it, change prices as well. I think they can find something, really, really good with the overall company. Now, I think this is good. I think what we've seen in the last couple of days has been really, really good. In the last, I don't want to hold 6 months. Let's go in the last 1 month. We could see what the growth was from that $8 mark. We've seen some tremendous growth here. Even from $8.31, you see that they tried to keep us down, but we've seen some pretty good growth all the way up to $15.80 to where they kind of tried to derail us a little bit, bring us back down to the 200 EMA. Luckily, we are seeing a bounce off of that 200 EMA back up to that $15 mark, and we're hoping to just see that $15. We should have been seen somewhere around that 50% gain, 100% gain that every other company that has seen a lot of short volume, got to. It's crazy to say that AMC, something that's one of the most held, stocks out there, and I'm going out on a limb saying that because I don't actually have the detail behind it. I know it was once one of the most held stocks or the most held stock on Robinhood, but I don't know about now. We're looking for that to push and break barriers, break through ceilings. And these ceilings are not $15. The ceiling should not be $20. The ceiling, should be getting to the hundreds and 200s. That's where these ceilings are with all of the short volume that goes through. So let me know what you think about AMC. I think that we're going to see something big. It looks like we're trying to push 15, and hopefully we do push 15 before I create or finish this outro. But make sure you guys hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you get your free stocks with Webull down below. Don't forget to check out some of the links in the description. It does help the channel out. And if you want to, we're getting very, very close to this. Getting very, very close to this. We only have 12,000, shares of a wall at $15, but it's starting to come back. Anyways, yeah, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you want to check out any of my other channels, definitely do that with the Perry Reacts or Matt Reacts channel, Perry Experience, and the MP Shorts channel. Definitely check all of those out. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you guys for watching me. I appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.